Cosmo people, helping change.
Celeb rise, talent management and grooming.
Hi everyone, I welcome you all to the session number 6, the glamorous world of fashion and modeling. What exactly we are going to see into this session? It will step onto the runway of insights with fashion icons and models. Learn the art of creating a standout portfolio, mastering catwalk charisma, and navigating the ever evolving fashion industry. So we have eminent guest with us. I would like to introduce Avi Payal, who is versatile award-winning dance choreographer. He is trained in Kathak, Latin American, Indian folk and contemporary, and freestyle dance. Avi also shows remarkable skills in modeling industry as a ramp walk trainer, grooming expert, pageant coach, and fashion choreographies. He has been training for dance to many pageants, winners like Harnas Sandhu, Miss Universe, Suma Rao, Miss World runner-up, Adeline Castellino, Miss Universe runners-up, and many more. Avi Payal has also associated with Times Group, Times of India for choreographing the Times Fresh Face and Maharashtra Times Shravan Queen. Avipayal also train kids with special needs and support many NGOs through spreading the joy of dancing. So let's welcome Avi Payal sir.
Thank you.
Next
Thank you
guest,
so much.
next guest we have Kaustav Saikia. He's based out of Kolkata, India, but he's available for the projects anywhere in India and abroad. He has the clients like Ritu Kumar, Sabyasachi Mukherjee, Anamika Khanna, Kiran Uttam Ghosh, Manyavar, Mohe, Sasya, Simaya, Nilayan, Asian Paints, Anjali Jewelers, BC Sen Jewelers, Sham Steel, Aditya Birla Group, Reliance Industries, RPG Group, FTV, Fox Studios, YRF, Times of India, Cognast, and many more. The publication like Vogue, Elle, Femina, Vogue, Marie Claire, Times of India, Sananda, T2, Filmfare, India Today, A&D, Good Housekeeping, Cosmopolitan. He is also guest faculty at NIFT, MET, NHSM, IIMC, Pearl Academy, and he was official photographer East for Femina Miss India and Miss Diva since 2015. His achievements are honorable mention things would be 2014 and 2016, the Prix de la Photographie, Paris, one of the most prestigious photography awards in Europe. IBIBO, FTV, Young Fashion Photographer for 2008, Brand Ambassador for Canon, John Player's Real Man Awards 2023. So let's welcome Kaustav Saikia sir to this session. Welcome, sir.
Thank you.
So now we are going to go ahead with the session. We are going to address audience in Hindi and English, both the languages, whichever comfortable. The preferable language would be Hindi, if it is possible for the guest speaker. So I would like to request you if you can use Hindi, that will be more convenient for the audience. अभी हम लोग जर्नी के बारे में जानेंगे। आप आपकी जो एक करियर में जो भी इंडस्ट्री में आपका एक जर्नी था, आपने किस तरीके से स्टार्ट किया, और अभी आप इंडस्ट्री में जो मुकाम आपने पाया है, उसके अलग अलग माइलस्टोन्स क्या थे, और किस तरीके से अभी इंडस्ट्री में काम कर रहे हो। तो आई वुड लाइक टू इनवाइट अभी बी पायल सर, द स्टेज इज योर्स सर।
Thank you so much. So, the journey was not like a planned for me. It happened to me accidentally. Uh, One fine day, my sister, looking at one of her friends used to go to the dance classes, and she used to come home, and you know how brothers are. I used to trouble her next level, and I used to just tease her next level. And one fine day, I was just going to the classes, and I saw one of the senior group of that particular dance class was dancing on one of the favorite numbers of mine, JJ Shiv Shankar, and it just happened to me. I just loved it, and I went ahead and I joined the dance classes, and then there was no looking back for me in this industry. Later on, I went ahead. So my base of my dancing happened with all Indian folk dances. Then later on, I went join ahead Latin American dances. I joined one of the big names in the industry, in dancing industry, that is Sandeep Soparkar, the Latin American king. And later I became his assistant. Then I also had, because my base was all folk and classical dances, I went ahead and I joined Kathak dance classes, and I did Guru Shishya Parampara training with my teacher. And yeah, it just went ahead on and on and on. And lately, last 8, 10 years back, I also got introduced to a fashion industry, and now I'm working with one of the supermodels of a country, and the best of the best grooming coach, that is Alicia Raut in Cocoberry. And in Cocoberry, I again accidentally happened to be a dance on heel sensation, because a lot of my videos got viral, and it was a challenging job, training the girls, being a man, stand on the heels and then move. Probably sometime I get compliments that you're better than girls. So slowly, that journey happened to me, and it was amazing. And today I am training all the big pageant queens. I travel all around the nation to choreograph and to groom, and a lot of other girls, a lot of other pageant aspirants take personal tuitions with me. And yeah, it's been a wonderful journey, and maybe that was meant to happen to me, which came to me. So I never ran behind it, but uh, जो मेरे लिए लिखा हुआ था, I think वो मेरे पास आ गया, and that's how I am here today. You're not audible. You're not audible.
Yeah, hi. Sorry, I was on mute. So, Kaustav sir, I would like to invite you to let the audience know about your journey, how you started, and now in the industry, what kind of projects you are doing, and what kind of things you are doing. Kaustav Sakia sir.
So first of all, I'd like to really thank Cosmo people, because something like this is really required. We used to do a lot of these during the lockdown actually, because we couldn't have, uh, we basically we're not working as such. So we thought, yeah, well, we should just kind of meet some. So yeah, so this started. That you guys have started it. Feedback from the mic, guys. You can mute the mic. Yeah, okay, so I am a product of NIFT, that's the National Institute of Fashion Technology, and I graduated a long time back, and I was not very keen on getting into fashion design per se, so I started doing everything in the periphery, like design lookbooks and you know uh, as part of it, what happened was, and I used to design lookbooks for very eminent designers. For example, Sabyasachi for Olympus Fashion Week in New York, things like that. And then once what happened, my roommates, my ex-roommates, were trying to participate at Lakme Fashion Week, and we really didn't have so much a budget to kind of go for a proper photo shoot. So they told me, since you're doing the lookbook, why don't you just take some pictures? I thought, why not? And it clicked. It was quite well appreciated at the fashion week and otherwise. And once I showed it to my other clients, they were like, why don't you? And hence, so yeah, by a stroke of luck, I would say, I got into photography. So I'm not formally trained in photography. I'm actually fashion design. But I suppose that helps me in my field of work, fashion photography. As to what kind of work do I do, it's been quite a long career for over a decade now. Initially, I was only doing, let's say, model portfolios and catalogs, but now I am doing all kind of photography-related work, especially movies. I'm getting into slowly and slowly. I'm making film shorts, fashion shorts, and hopefully one day something more longer. Yeah, so that's that.
That's really wonderful. That's really wonderful journey, sir. Uh, I would like to ask you that what motivated you to get into this profession, Kaustav, sir?
See, the passion to okay. I guess we are all entrepreneurs, so we're always trying to do something new. And since also we consider ourselves to be somewhat of an artist, so we try to marry both business and art together. And I think fashion or the glamour industry is one such where you can really bring art as close to possible as to a business. So this is the main motivation or the inspiration, or why I wanted to get into fashion per se. And also, what happens is it's a very visual medium. So I like everything visual, from graphic design to photography to movie making. Everything is very visual. So yeah, so that kind of helps me into a keeping in touch, or rather cultivate my passion for everything visual into a business format. That's very simple.
Exactly, wonderful. Everyone needs to be get certain kind of a motivation from somewhere to achieve their dreams in the life. And even sometimes we came across with the different people, different fields, and different segments. And apart from our academic career or academics, we always look for our interest or the hobbies, which is very appealing. As you said that you are more of attracted to the visual things or photography or the graphic design. So that was the thing which ignited you to get into this industry. So that was really wonderful, sir.
Yes, I mean, if I can just add to it for all the youngsters who are listening in or joining in, what happens is you got to be passionate about what you are doing. There are a lot of bad days that will come during your career, and if you're passionate about it, you can continue and tide over those. So see, when the going is going good, you don't really need to bother. But the downers that we are talking about. So those are the days when, if you're passionate about, you'll keep on going, you'll keep on moving forward. Otherwise, most of the times I have seen people lose interest because they're not passionate about. Money is going to follow, fame is going to follow if you keep on doing the same thing, if you're at it, and upgrading yourselves. But passion is the one thing that's going to keep you going throughout your career.
That was really wonderful, sir. I would like to ask Avibi Payal, sir, that what exactly the motivation was to get into this industry or your profession specifically.
Motivation, I think for me, it's a different game altogether. Uh, uh, it's too personal, to be public about it. But yeah, the situations, but I'll still want to add up the situations at my end in my childhood was not very happy or happening. Like people say that, bachpan acha hai, bachpan mein jaate. I would say I don't want my bachpan because I'm more happy than I was in my bachpan. So when this artistic game changer happened to me, it just kind of gave me a relief. It just gave me a peace of mind whenever I was dancing, whenever I was teaching. I started very early, like really very early at my age. I was 13. when I started, like I was in 8th, 9th standard when I used to go and take private tuitions and earn like 300-400 rupees in a month after taking 10-15 sessions. And that 300-400 rupees at that time was a very big amount, to be to earn. And slowly, the journey started. And uh, yeah, then later it just became a it just kind of kept me engaged. It kept me away from the problems that I had in my family and my personal life, and it just kept me ongoing, happy, with happy mood. I kept meeting. So the one thing that I really loved about this profession is that you end up meeting wonderful people around the globe, very creative minds, and I believe uh, uh, the art happens to the blessed people, and I think I was one of the blessed ones. And the God saw me. Okay, now this is the time that he should get introduced to this something like this, and I got introduced to that activity. And yeah, I after that I never thought, even after completing my education, I did never felt that okay, I need to change my profession, because again, this artistic field is also it keeps fluctuating. Like Kaushik sir also said, your passion, you have to have a passion. Money, fame, your troubles, your problems will keep following. It will keep coming. But if you have a passion, and I think my passion kept me going, and it kept me motivating. And of course, me and my mother and my sister were the big support those days. Because coming from a Maharashtrian middle class, low middle class family, everybody would think कि 9 से 5 की नौकरी करो, 15-20 हजार रुपए कमाओ और लाइफ सेटल करो. And I think that was not I was not meant for it. My sister, I lost my dad very early, when I was 4 years old. So of course, my moral support was my mother and my sister, and they kept me going. Ki, okay, you do whatever you want to do, and I think their support motivated me more. The interactions and the uh, I kept meeting new people, and so these two three things I think kept me motivated, and I still love that I keep meeting new people, young minds, senior minds, and a lot of other good people from the industry, and it's just amazing.
Amazing, sir. What I can take out of it is your statement was art is given to the blessed people. That was really a highlighted statement which I can take out of this, and that is really true. The artist has different kind of thought process, different kind of mindset, different kind of approach towards the life, how they see the life. It is completely different than the other people, and who are artists at their heart. They have different kind of vision altogether for their future as well. So that was really wonderful thing. Let's take it to the next level, which is our agenda. What kind of strategies can be applied by the aspirant fashion photographer? If anyone is willing to get into fashion photography, then how they can approach into the industry, how they can get the projects, how they can uh, contact or the network with the people which is relevant into the industry, how they can go about it. I would like to ask Kaustav sir.
Yeah, I get asked this question a lot, like how to get into fashion photography, how to make a career out of it, obviously. Uh, and also, one more thing is there's so much of competition all around. How do I survive? So, first of all, let me address this competition bit. There's always been competition around, and not only for fashion photography per se, for any kind of job. Even if you look at a banking job, for example, or engineering, or one of the traditional ones, you always will face competition. In the fashion industry or the showbiz, it's a bit more visible because I think all the people who come in there are highly talented and visually good looking also. So it kind of, it's a deadly combination. But that's all about it. There's always going to be competition. Now, how to get into it is something slightly tricky because when I got into fashion photography, for example, there was a slight vacuum in terms that photographers were transitioning from a film to digital, and I started as a digital photographer. So by the time my peer group, so there were a lot of resistance in the beginning because they were all like, "Oh, digital ka photo acha nahi aate hain, ye kaise hoega, wo kaise." So I got in early, and I could, for me, digital worked because I could get instant results. I could immediately show my clients, make a lookbook the next day. It was like that. So fast deliveries and all. So it really helped me on that. Today, if you want to get into it, I would say find that vacuum that exists. I don't know what it is. You have to find your own niche, but always look for that vacuum and try to fulfill it because then you'll rise pretty fast. And also, what happens is how to build. So, first of all, you need to build a portfolio. Your work has to show. It's very difficult to get good projects in the beginning. If you're talented, you will do well. So, what you do is you start with making your own projects. Ask a friend, make friendship with models, for example, makeup artists, stylists, make a small group of collabs. A lot of talented makeup artists and stylists who are also looking to get in the industry. So what you can do is आप लोग सब लोग एक साथ आ जाओ, सब लोग एक साथ जाके you can not even need to book a studio. You can think of an outdoor concept and बाहर जाके आप photo खींच सकते हो because it's so easy to take pictures these days. Think of brilliant concepts, even if it's a bit difficult to execute. But if the concept is strong, you can show that to a couple of, let's say, clients, magazine editors who would appreciate. And then they might just hire you because they're all looking for a fresh look or a fresh or fresh talents on a daily basis. Like every day we are, even as a photographer, I'm always looking at Behance and other websites trying to see what's new, how the youngsters are going about photography as a career. So that's the best way to build a portfolio. Once you have built your portfolio, then slowly and slowly you can approach different agencies. You can approach different editorials and different, like by agencies I mean marketing agencies and ad agencies. Then you can also approach all the editors, and I think it should work. The same goes for models. Also, same goes for aspiring actors. You'll have to build a portfolio. As a model, maybe you can play up to your strong points. Maybe your height is your strong point. Maybe your eyes are your strong point. Maybe you're very good at catwalking, or maybe you're very good at expressions, as we call it. So talk to some friend who's got a camera, who's a decent photographer, and maybe you can do your own makeup and make a show reel, as we call it. Give some emotions into it, annex some roles, so that you have a very super strong show reel. These days it's very easy to put up your show reel because you have got Instagram and TikTok, and all the casting agents, all the photographers, all the agency people, they're all looking at Instagram and TikTok as a source of future models, say for example. So you can always upload your reels, you can always upload your show reels, that is, and hopefully somebody will catch your talent. And always keep on pushing. As a model or as an actor, you should always keep on cold calling photographers, because you all the time. So for me, I get like at least 5 or 6 calls a day, or at least 5 or 6 WhatsApp pings a day from new talent, sending their portfolio and all. It's very difficult for me to recall. But supposing I have a project that fits you, I'll immediately contact you in that case. So yeah. So you have to keep on doing it, and if you're talented, you will do well. There's nothing to fear. I think your mic is muted.
Your mic is still muted, Rimay.
Yeah, hi. Sorry. So I was saying that it is very important, as you said rightly, that you need to be present on the social media, and what are the projects or the sample projects you can put across your social media. You can showcase it to the different companies and the different organizations or the different people from freelancer. You can share your profiles to them so that they can approach you if you have that kind of potential, if you have that kind of sincere efforts and the dedication regarding your work. Then definitely people will come to you and they will have a business with you. So that was really wonderful, sir. Yeah.
Better that. So many people also come back with a counter question that, oh, मेरा तो social media followers सिर्फ 1000 है, 500 है. How do I get the reach? The point is, if you have a presence, is just enough, because you can just send your link. So today, if I have to show my client your profile, gone are the days when I would email a PDF or a lookbook or something. I'll just send you Instagram link, because two things happen. The client can see your latest pictures, and the client can see your pictures without makeup, for example, or more or less how you are. So that really helps. So just create a link, no matter if you've got 100 or 1000 followers, it really doesn't matter. As long as you have the link, we are satisfied and happy.
Exactly. In fact, we had a session regarding the influencers and the brand strategy prior to this session, and we discussed about the similar thing, that how this can be important to get into the industry, how you can develop your own networking specifically. So that is the key point, and now this is the benefit for the aspirant people, which was not there into few years back. So that is the thing which we can take this ahead. Uh, अभी सर आई वुड लाइक टू आस्क यू कि अगर एक मॉडल को कमर्शियल प्रोजेक्ट्स में काम करना है और कमर्शियली उसको अगर असाइनमेंट्स लेने हैं, तो किसी मॉडलिंग एजेंसी के पास अप्रोच करे या एडवर्टाइजिंग एजेंसी के पास जाए, या फिर जैसे आपने कहा कि ग्रूमिंग एजेंसीज भी होती है कोको बेरी जैसी. सो हाउ अ मॉडल कैन अप्रोच इनटू द इंडस्ट्री एंड हाउ दे कैन टेक द कमर्शियल प्रोजेक्ट आउट ऑफ इट. अभी सर.
Okay, so basically, it doesn't happen in day or two. It takes time, 100%. Like Kaushik also mentioned, you have to have your profile very, very strong. So, and of course, there are a lot of learnings and insights which goes even if you're just a commercial photographer, if you're just a commercial model, or even if you're walking the ramp. One second, hold on. I'm sorry. Uh, yeah, so even if you're just a commercial model, or even if you're walking the ramp, your presence, your attitude, your self-grooming is very, very important, which gets you to build the contacts. So what you can do is you can probably visit the shows like a Lakme Fashion Weeks or any fashion weeks that happens around. Keep connected with designers, photographers, makeup artists around, which probably would like to collaborate with you, click with you, or even sometimes there are commercials exchange that happens between the two teams and the companies. And uh, as I said, ki, you can stay connected with the designers, photographers through social medias, send them the profiles, and again have the training. The way it's very important. Sometimes the models who are very very good looking, they assume that they're very like they have a model figure, model like a figure, and model like a face. But when they come in front of the camera, they're very nervous, or they don't know how to pose, or even how to walk the ramp. So your basic training is very, very important. Find out the good agencies and the training schools around your locality, and make sure that you have a basic training. So tomorrow, when you go to any photographer or designer, they should not feel that, oh, you're a complete newcomer, and they cannot work with you. Whereas the moment you walk in the studio, the moment you walk in the boutique, or the moment you walk into the designer, they should like, oh, ye bande mein ya bande mein kuch baat hai. I have to work with him. Even the choreographers in that case, if you walk up to me and if I see your energies are not that I want, I will definitely work with you for that particular project, because I've already called you. I've not met you in person. I'm meeting you for the first time. I will definitely I will work with you for that particular project, but I will think 10 times if I have to call you for my next project. So important is to have a training, stay connected with the designers, And how do you stay connected with out of thousands of people on the social media? How do you stay connected with the person? Is to keep liking the post, keep commenting on the post, even out of thousands of comments, some or the other time, the designer, the choreographers keep scrolling their comment box and definitely stalk the profiles that okay, कोई अगर अच्छा comment दिखता है या कोई DP picture अच्छा लगा रहता है, so you immediately go and stalk the profile. Again, if you want to keep your personal life, I mean, like you should keep your personal life and professional life separate. For that, you have to have a separate profiles on Instagram or on social media because you're partying and you're posting your pictures while drinking and you know you're and then a second post is very nice pose and nice with big designer that you're working. It doesn't go that well because when if I stalk your profile, first 6 to 7 pictures or the post I will see, and I will know what kind of a work you do. So again, to maintaining your social media is very important. So I think you can keep these three things separate, and slowly, steadily, you will start getting commercial projects, and you will definitely build your contact. And once you build the contact, then you don't have to go hunt for the projects. The projects walks up to you.
I would like to ask you, so that how financial things can be work regards to the modeling getting the paid assignments. As if somebody is newcomer into the industry, and suppose they want to walk the ramp for any design or something like that. So, what kind of financials are delivered to them?
Uh, you see, you have for any training, for anything you want to do, even if you want to become a banker, you have to do a course. You have to study for it. Likewise, you also have to study a basic insights about the any industry, be it dance industry, singing industry, fashion industry, photography industry. You have to know a little bit of insights. So commercials or your financial thing only comes during that time. But if you want to get into the industry, you want to work for the any designer stuff like that. Definitely, initial days you may have to do a collaboration. You may have to work for the free, but that is not your free assignments. It is building your profile. It is getting you good pictures to post on your social media. It is four different people around the localities watching you. Like an event organizer is watching you. The designer is definitely watching you. You may not know some big choreographer or a designer or a casting director is sitting in the audience and is watching you. You may just get picked up from anywhere. So initial days of maybe your 6 months or year or so, it is your investments into the project. It is investments into yourself, and then slowly and steadily it happens. You just like I'll tell you one insight, one story about me. I was choreographing for one of the music videos back then, 8 10 years back, and I was getting peanuts, like peanuts as in peanuts. I did not even earn a single penny out of it. In fact, I ended up spending from my pocket because, but I wanted my team to get paid, whatever it was, whatever the small amount was that. And the music video that I was doing was an already established singer, and the actress that was performing in it, they were established already in the industry. और मेरा मन बिल्कुल नहीं था because पैसे कुछ नहीं मिल रहे थे और पैसे के अलावा you don't find interest in it. But trust me, on that one video, uh, I have choreographed around 35, 37 music videos so far. And on that one project, of course, then I did one project, I got two, three more projects on that. Then when I did another good projects, I of course showed it to my other clients. Ki, okay, this is what I've done. And slowly, steadily, on basis of that, I got a lot of other projects so far into the music industry, music albums industry. And yeah, so I think that has been the case. You don't have to pay for any projects, definitely, but you can work for free until and unless you're going for the pageantry. If you're going for the pageantry, you have to pay some grooming fees, of that particular organization. It could be anything from 5-10,000 to 5-10 lakh rupees also, until and unless you're ready for it. But to get projects, paid projects, you definitely don't have to pay. You just have to build contacts, and how you build contact, I have already mentioned. Even Kaushik sir, we both are on almost on the same page, because we both belong to the same industry and we both have the same experience. And I think, yeah, that's how it is.
Yeah, if I can just add, don't expect to get paid from day one itself. That's next to impossible these days. Maybe they'll give you some kind of token money in the first few projects, but whatever. Think of collabs as your internship. जैसे बैंक में होते हैं, या तो कोई भी corporate job में आपको 3 महीने का internship पे रखते हैं without any pay, salary or something. So think of the collab projects as internship projects. I think you'll do fine after that.
You keep forgetting to unmute yourself, Rimay.
या सॉरी. तो एग्जैक्टली मैं वही बोल रहा था कि अगर आपको इंडस्ट्री में आना है तो शुरू शुरू में आप अनपेड प्रोजेक्ट्स कर सकते हैं, बट दैट इज लाइक एन इन्वेस्टमेंट ऑन योर सेल्फ. एंड वो प्रोजेक्ट्स के कारण आपको एक तो एक्सपीरियंस भी आएगा प्रोफेशनल प्लेटफॉर्म के ऊपर, किस तरीके से काम होता है, जो सारे आर्टिस्ट है या जो क्रू है उसके साथ कोऑर्डिनेशन कैसे होता है, इंडस्ट्री में एक्चुअली ऑपरेशनल वे ऑफ प्रोजेक्ट क्या होता है. And you being a part of it, you will get an insights and the experience about the project, so that it will be helpful for the next bigger projects also. तो ये काफी मायने रखेगा कि आप ऐसे प्रोजेक्ट्स करते रहिए, और जहां भी आपको अपॉर्चुनिटीज अच्छी दिखे वहां पे करने के बाद उसको एनकैश भी कीजिए. वंस यू विल डू दैट प्रोजेक्ट, स्टार्ट शोइंग इट टू पीपल so that you can do the commercial market for yourself. That is the most important factor which we can see. मुझे कौस्तव सर से जानना है कि सर, एज अ फैशन फोटोग्राफर कौन से चैलेंजेस आते हैं इंडस्ट्री में काम करते हुए, और वो चैलेंजेस को रिजॉल्व कैसे किया जाए.
Well, every project has its own separate set of challenges. हर एक project अपना अलग तरीके से you'll have to execute. तो हर एक का challenge अलग अलग होता है. तो generic ऐसा कोई नहीं कि मेरे को इसी में. But what happens normally is, as a photographer, generally you will find lot of small details. So for example, I'll tell you, we plan, तो एक shoot plan किया कल के लिए, and we'll have, आज पूरा sunny weather है, you know, it's very nice and everything. हम लोग वैसे प्लान किया, कल सुबह से बारिश शुरू हो गई. तो हाउ डू यू कम ओवर दैट? आप क्या शूट पोस्टपोन करके नेक्स्ट डे के लिए रखते हो, या आप इंडोर्स चले जाते हो, या तो कोई कवर एरिया विद लाइट्स. तो ये सब बैकअप प्लान्स आपके पास हमेशा होना चाहिए कोई भी प्रोजेक्ट के लिए. दूसरा एक चैलेंज होता है जो इनिशियली में बहुत होता था, बट नाउ इट्स लेस एंड लेस एज यू बिकम मोर एक्सपीरियंस. आपका कैंसिलेशंस, इन द सेंस क्लाइंट को कभी प्रॉब्लम हो गया, दे विल कैंसिल एट द लास्ट मोमेंट, या तो आपका मॉडल गॉट हर्ट, या तो कोई बीमारी हो गया, यू नो. सो यू हैव टू अगेन हैव बैकअप प्लान्स फॉर दैट. एंड द मेन चैलेंज इज ऑफ कोर्स जनरेटिंग रेवेन्यू आउट ऑफ योर बिजनेस, क्योंकि देयर इज ऑलवेज अ फाइट बिटवीन. So in the show business, generally this is the case, that the budgets vis-a-vis what you want and what the client offers, there's always a mismatch. So you'll have to work around it. One way of doing it is you can show your client कि आप दिखाओ client को कि आपका budget के हिसाब से आपका quality of product अच्छा होंगे. And maximum times clients are also businessmen, they also understand that हमको इतना खर्चा करने के बाद, you know, I have to get a very good product, तो थोड़ा सा कम बेस तो होता ही है. So that is the most important part of doing any business, I suppose. Otherwise, it's fun. Actually, it's more fun than challenging, especially fashion photography या तो movie making, because you get to meet so many interesting people and so much of interesting talent on an everyday basis when the project is going on. I think that compensates more than the monetary part of it. I mean, I have made lifelong friends from my career, so yeah. Your mic is again off.
या सो एक बिजनेस रिलेशनशिप भी होना चाहिए, लोगों के साथ एक अच्छा रैपो बिल्डअप करना इम्पोर्टेंट है अगर आप कमर्शियली काम करना चाहते हो इंडस्ट्री में, तो इट विल बी रियली यूजफुल. नाउ विल टेक इट टू द एंड ऑफ द सेशन. आई वुड लाइक टू आस्क बोथ ऑफ यू any final words or inspiration for the encouragement of the aspiring people. We'll start with Kaustav Sakya, sir.
I'll again repeat what I said in the beginning कि आपका passion होना चाहिए काम के प्रति. आप you should be honest to your work. You should do your assessment कि आपको ये field में आना ही है, तो हमको challenges तो आएंगे, probably हमको struggle भी करना पड़े in the beginning. But can I struggle for a long period of time? मेरा 6 महीना 1 साल तक हम struggle कर सकते हैं क्या? If the answer is yes, you should get into this industry. Otherwise, it is going to be difficult. ये कोई job तो है नहीं कि you get महीने के end में you get a salary. It's more like an entrepreneurship. So every time a new project comes in, it's exciting. Every time you get called for some casting or some role comes in, it's always going to be exciting. So yeah, so that balance of thrill versus earnings is always going to be there. And if you have talent with experience and more years in the business, you will come to a much more stable position. And once you become kind of known in the industry, the ball just keeps on rolling. उसके बाद आपको ना काम ढूंढना पड़ता है ना कुछ, काम खुद आपके पास आता है.
एग्जैक्टली अगर आपका एस्टेब्लिशमेंट हो जाता है, आपके एक्सपर्टीज अगर लोगों को अपील करना चालू करते हैं और आपके बारे में सिंसियरिटी और प्रोफेशनल अप्रोच लोगों को समझ में अगर आता है, तो डेफिनेटली सामने से ही आपको रिक्वायरमेंट आएंगे, अलग अलग प्रोजेक्ट्स के ऊपर आप काम कर सकते हो. Avi sir, any final statement for aspiring models or the dancers who wants to get into the Bollywood industry?
Uh, yes, this industry looks very happening and very uh, like लोगों को लगता है कि हम मजे करेंगे पैसे भी कमाएंगे, but it is not like that. Every field, every work comes with its own challenges. Definitely, you have to be ready for it. Never give up attitude and your confidence and your courage has to be always on a top. You sometimes you definitely lose motivation uh, when the person like suppose two of you start together and one gets a very big assignment and second one doesn't get anything, where you start losing your self esteem. So that should not happen. So keeping up yourself high is very very important. Again, once you start getting into the industry, you start getting name, you start getting fame, you start thinking that okay, oh, you are me and myself. So my mantra is don't lower your self in front of someone, but do not even think that the person in front of you is also lower than you. You, if you are a very talented and very big person, don't think that कि सामने वाला तुमसे कम है, because you never know कौन कहाँ पे कैसे और कौन कहाँ पे कब शाइन कर जाए या कौन आपका बाप निकले इंडस्ट्री में. So you have to keep your self esteem high, but don't think सामने वाला तुमसे आपसे कम है. And yeah, I think that's it, and all the best.
Yeah, thank you so much, both of you. It was really wonderful session we had, and the insights given by you would be really inspiring, aspirational for the newcomers into the industry. And in near future also, we would like to extend our session timings and the exclusivity of the topics, as if we just wanted to start with the giving the feel about the events, and people should come to know that okay, this is the platform where we could get the all information from the experts who are legit resources of this information. So we are trying hard to get this kind of activities on the consistent basis. So in near future, definitely we would like to invite you again for the exclusive sessions on your specific industry, so that specific industry people or the audience can be segregated and they can attend your sessions. So we are really grateful to you on behalf of Cosmo people and Celeb. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Cosmo people. Helping change.
Celeb rise, talent management and grooming.